Hello everyone. So today you have watched in the film Dutifulness that how Mr. Pandey kept escaping from his duties and how he kept ignoring the problems of others. He overlooked it, but it was his duty to solve the problems of others. And when his daughter was in trouble, that time only he realized. However, just opposite to such people, there are some instances in history where people have regarded their duty to be their first priority, just like Ghatotkacha, Lakshman, Vidhur. And today, out of these people, we will introduce you to the character of Vidhur. You must have often heard of people talking about their rights. What is a right? Almost everyone knows about it well. But before any of these rights, a very important thing comes first, and that is one's duty, about which no one talks about. People actually forget that rights are given to those who have accomplished their duties first. The commitment to fulfill one's duties towards family, society, and country makes a person dutiful in fact. So the story that I am going to tell you today, that story starts from the Kuru dynasty. So the story dates back when the throne of Hastinapur was empty and was waiting for its king. After the death of the son of Shantanu Raja Vichitraveer, no one was left to be the king or the prince who could occupy the throne of Hastinapur. In the entire dynasty, only Bhishma was there, but he too couldn't be the king as he was entrapped in the promise given to his stepmother Satyavati. Just then, through Satyavati's son Vedvyas, Dhritarashtra, Pandu and Vidhur were born. So our actual story begins since the time Vidhur was born. Vidhur's elder brother Dhritarashtra and Pandu were not healthy at all. Vidhur was healthy, strong and intelligent, but he was the son of a female slave. That is why, as per the rules of those times, Vidhur couldn't be held as the king, and neither he could be a warrior by learning the tactics of warfare from his uncle Bhishma. Because Bhishma, as per the rules of those days, could teach war tactics only to the Kshatriyas and the royal prince. But Bhishma was well acquainted with the knowledge, strength and qualities of Vidhur. That's why when after growing up, Dhritarashtra was made the king of Hastinapur, then Bhishma elected Vidhur as the advisor or counselor to the king of Hastinapur. Because Bhishma knew this very well, that Vidhur walked on righteousness and his dutifulness, and his knowledge would always stop Dhritarashtra from doing any wrong thing. Moreover, since Hastinapur did not have any eligible person that time, so no one could become the king besides Dhritarashtra at that moment. Because due to some reason, Pandu, the middle brother of Dhritarashtra, died long back. In fact, Dhritarashtra also did not want to leave the throne. And after him, he wanted to make his son Duryodhana the next king. Whereas Yudhishthira was supposed to be the actual king because he was the eldest of all. Even Vidhur wanted to see Yudhishthira as the king of Hastinapur because it was the right thing to do. Vidhur just not only accomplished the duties as an advisor, but he also fulfilled the duties of being a brother with complete dedication. Vidhur never lamented on the fact that instead of being the most capable amongst the three brothers, he was not selected to be the king. Vidhur himself was very learned in the fields of religion and policy making, and that's why he never expressed grief about it. Vidhur always wanted that Dhritarashtra too should walk on the path of righteousness, and he wanted that injustice shouldn't be done to his younger brother Pandu's sons. But Vidhur soon came to realize that Dhritarashtra is not only blind by his eyes, but he is also blind in the love for his son Duryodhana. And when Duryodhana plotted to kill all the Pandu brothers in the Lakshagriha, then Vidhur had guided Yudhishthira and his brothers to get out of that place. Vidhur always tried to stop the war between the Kauravas and Pandavas, and he tried to give the rights to the Pandavas. But Vidhur realized that it was impossible to stop the war at any cost. And as per the policies, he had to take side of the prevailing king. Because Vidur's dutifulness was towards the throne of Hastinapur. Hence, against his will, he had to take the side of that unrighteous Duryodhana, which he never wanted to. As an advisor and counselor, Vidhur also advised Duryodhana to stop the war. Instead of listening to him, Duryodhana in turn rebuked his uncle Vidhur. And then do you know what Vidhur did? Vidhur's dutifulness is not only towards his position, but it was for righteousness and humanity too. That's why before Duryodhana could compel Vidhur to fight in the war, he swore to himself that he will not become a part of this war. Apart from this, Vidhur had a very strong and miraculous arrow which was actually given to him by Lord Krishna. If he wished, Vidhur could finish the war at one go. But Vidhur broke that miraculous arrow because he could not use it to protect the truth. And he could not be on the side of iniquity. The biggest example of Vidur's dutifulness was when at the court of Kauravas, Duryodhana insulted Draupadi, and when all the big ministers and courtmen were silent, then Vidhur stood all alone against all odds. Because being the elder of the family, Vidhur could not keep quiet when wrong thing was carried on the daughter-in-law of the family. And when Duryodhana did not comply to what Vidhur had to say, then Vidhur requested King Dhritarashtra a lot to stop all that. And when Dhritarashtra did not listen to him, then Vidhur very clearly narrated the future to Dhritarashtra that if he did not stop Duryodhana immediately, then Duryodhana will destroy his dynasty, means the entire Kauravas. Vidhur made everyone understand many times the war of Mahabharata shouldn't take place and it would be for everyone's good. But Dhritarashtra did not listen to Vidhur at all. And the result was that the Kauravas had to badly lose the war of Mahabharata. And after the war of Mahabharata, the throne of Hastinapur and the dutiful advisor Vidhur both got Yudhishthira as their king who walked on the path of righteousness. The will to fulfill one's duties gives a person strength to walk on the right path. That is why you too do not run away from your duties. Rather, try harder that you can fulfill your duties righteously. Whether that duty is towards your family or towards your friends or towards your country. So please carry it with all your humility. Thank you.